Hey, how's it going? Jordan Mitchell here, A4H Financial Coaching. I am your financial coach, and this is week 3 of PLDs. Now, 2 weeks ago we learned why HELOCs are a horrible decision, and last week we learned why bankruptcy is a horrible decision, and this week we are going to go to college. Wait a second. You've gone to college twice. You can't say college is a PLD. You're right. College is a great thing. But college without a plan, that's a PLD. Let's get started. So let's think about this. 2 plans that you're going to need. First plan that you're going to need is how you're going to pay for it. And the second plan is what are you going for? So let's start with the money. Okay, no student loans. Nope. You got people taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of student loans thinking that when they get that job after college that they're just going to pay them back. Okay? High schoolers were asked the average starting salary for somebody who finished college and got that bachelor's degree. The average that they said was $104,000. In reality, you're looking at around $54,000. Okay, now that's still higher than a high school graduate, which is good. But if you're trying to pay back $100,000 or $150,000 in loans on $54,000 a year, I'm going to tell you right now that those student loans are going to eat maybe 10 to 15% of your income. Okay, so things like buying a home, starting a family, just affording groceries right now is going to get a whole lot harder because a quarter of your money is going to go towards that student loan. Well, if I can't get student loans, how do I pay for it? Number one, somebody else can pay for it. Now, that sounds like I'm just expecting people to pay for me. And some families can, and whether it's a grandparent or a parent, if there is somebody who is willing to pay for you to go to college, you take them up on it. But you do 2 things, right? First thing is you do your best, because that is their hard-earned money that they are giving you as a gift, and therefore it deserves your utmost respect and doing your best. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to spend junior and senior year of high school trying to find as many scholarships as possible. Look, if you're over 6 foot, there's a scholarship for that. If you're left-handed, there's a scholarship for that. If you're under 5 foot, there's a scholarship for that. There are scholarships for everything. And if somebody else, and even if it's not somebody else, maybe it's you yourself that's going to pay for it, whatever it is, you're going to become a professional scholarship hunter and filler-outer because you have to. Right? People are willing to give you money to go to college because you meet these criteria. Okay? So do that. Yeah, does it take some work? Yeah, sure. But guess what? Graduating debt-free is going to save you 25% of your income when you graduate. Not a bad plan. Okay? Now, you can pay for it too. Get a job. I didn't have a job until I was 18, after high school. And if I could have done it over again, I would have started a lot sooner, and I would have done a lot of things differently. And I think we've talked about that in a few videos. So needless to say, there'll be a video of like all the things I wasted money on that you shouldn't. So go get a job. My wife worked 3 jobs when she went to college, and she still had fun. Did she have as much fun as I did? Maybe not. But she came out with a lot less student debt than she would have if she hadn't worked those 3 jobs. So somebody else can pay, you can pay, and you can get scholarships. And then also financial aid. Okay, a lot of schools, especially the liberal arts ones, they have financial aid from donors available. You just have to fill out the forms. Fill out the forms. FAFSA, you can get federal aid from the government. Fill out the forms. Yes, does it take you a long time? Sure. Does it ask you some personal questions? Yes, it does. But if you can get college paid for, you're going to be in a really good shape when you get out of it. Because not only do you have the college degree, but you don't have the crippling debt. Okay? People don't understand how crippling that debt is. Imagine if you were paying $1,000 a month for the next 15 years. Okay? You're graduating, you're 22. That's 37. I'm 35. I've had 6 kids. I've lived in 5 different places. I've had 3 jobs. There's plenty of things of how life goes, okay? And I could still be paying on those student loans. And some of the student loans even are 20-year paybacks. So now you're 42, which you really don't want to think about right now if you're 22 or if you're even younger. So don't go into debt to go to college, okay? And if you're like, hey, I can't afford college right out of high school, work for a year or 2. Get a job. Save up money, then go to college. You know, the other thing too is, just I'll put it in there, you don't have to go to college. I know when I was growing up in high school, there was a big push to get everybody to college, and I know that's still around today. You don't have to. You don't have to. I was just had a call with a trade company that does drywall finishing. Okay, now if you want to make some money, become a drywaller. Their program is $5,200, and it's 6 weeks. So you could graduate in May, and by mid-June, you've paid $5,000, and you have a job that could earn you easily over $100,000. It's something to think about. It might not be for everybody. Some of you guys, your hands are for books, holding books while you read them. For others, if you like working with your hands, electricians, plumbers, all sorts of things, guys, look into other options. College is not the only plan. It's a good one. If you want to become a teacher, you want to become a lawyer or a doctor, yeah, you're going to be going to school. But needless to say, that kind of gets us into our second point, is you need to plan for why you're going. Okay, if you're just going to go and you're just going to party it up and skip classes and drink yourself stupid, do it at home. It will save you a whole lot of money. Now, granted, your parents might not be okay with that, and I shouldn't really suggest that either because I'm not okay with it. But if you really want to just waste your life, don't waste all your money while you're wasting your life. Okay? Basically, it comes down to having a plan. So when I went to college, I knew I want to be a teacher. So I took the classes to become a teacher. I didn't change my major. I didn't change my program. I just went. I did things for a teacher. I graduated. I became a teacher. Okay? What happens is people go different directions and they go flip-flop and change majors. And every time you change a major, you will just take some of those classes that you had and you just made them worthless because they're not being applied to your new program because your new program has changed. Okay? So really, if you don't know why you are going to college, if you don't know what you want to do, don't go to a 4-year university right now. Maybe go to a community college and knock out a few of those prerequisites that change the college you want to go to. But if you don't know why, don't go. You're going to save yourself a ton of money and a ton of headaches. So, just to recap real quick. Number one, you are definitely going to need a plan for how you're going to pay for it, and the second plan that you're going to need is, what am I actually doing there? Okay? Don't go to college to figure it out. Figure it out when you have a job making money instead of not having a job and spending money. So, college is a great thing. I enjoyed both of my experiences in college. Needless to say, it's not for everyone. So have a plan to pay for it, have a plan of what you're doing there, and get yourself off on the right foot. Otherwise, you just made PLD number 3, college without a plan. God bless. Have a good one.